Hello! Today we explain the confusion matrix step by step. When we build machine learning models, especially for classification tasks, we need a way to truly understand how well they perform. A simple accuracy score often isn't enough to tell the whole story. We need a more nuanced tool to reveal where our model excels and where it struggles, which is precisely where the confusion matrix comes in. At its heart, a classification model makes a prediction about an input, assigning it to a specific class. But for each prediction, there's also an actual true class. Sometimes the model gets it right, and the predicted class matches the actual class. Other times, however, the model gets it wrong, and the prediction is incorrect. To categorize these outcomes, we use four key terms. If the actual class was positive, and the model correctly predicted positive, that's a true positive. If the actual class was negative, and the model correctly predicted negative, that's a true negative. But what about errors? If the actual was positive, but the model predicted negative, it's a false negative. And if the actual was negatives, but the model predicted positive, that's a false positive. These four outcomes naturally fit into a 2x2 grid, which is our confusion matrix. The rows typically represent the actual classes, while the columns represent the predicted classes. This structured layout helps us visualize and count each type of outcome clearly, making it easy to see where our model's predictions align with reality and where they diverge. Let's use a common example, a diagnostic test for a disease. Imagine we test 100 people. Out of those, 80 were truly positive for the disease and our test correctly identified them. However, 5 people actually had the disease, but our test missed them, marking them as negative. Conversely, 10 people were healthy, but our test incorrectly flagged them as positive. Finally, 5 people were healthy and our test correctly identified them as negative. These counts populate our confusion matrix. With our populated matrix, we can now calculate various performance metrics. The most straightforward is accuracy, which tells us the proportion of all correct predictions out of the total number of cases. We sum the true positives and true negatives, then divide by the grand total. In our example, 80 plus 5 divided by 100 gives us an accuracy of 85%. While accuracy is useful, it can be misleading, especially with imbalanced datasets. Precision, on the other hand, answers, of all the cases our model predicted as positive, how many were actually positive? It's calculated as true positives divided by the sum of true positives and false positives. Recall, also known as sensitivity, answers, of all the cases that were actually positive, how many did our model correctly identify? This is true positives divided by true positives plus false negatives. These metrics help us understand specific types of errors. In summary, the confusion matrix provides a clear, detailed breakdown of a classification model's performance by categorizing every prediction into true positives, true negatives, false positives, and false negatives. It's an indispensable tool for data scientists and machine learning engineers, allowing us to go beyond simple accuracy to truly diagnose and improve our models. Understanding these components empowers us to choose the right metrics and build more reliable systems. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos.